August this year, and we want to congratulate them. Mary Mora, congratulations. Omanyala is not here. We congratulate also. There was something that kept on going up and down until we were wondering whether he has qualified or not, but of course he qualified. And so well done. We are also going to continue to support them so that we can actually get a good team going to Budapest. Otherwise, today is about Kipkeino Classic, and we have got only a few days to go. So this is going to be the fourth one, and I want to say that it gives me great pleasure and joy to be gathered here with all of you once again to launch the fourth edition of the World Athletics Continental Tour Gold event, otherwise known as Kipkeino Classic. This competition has become part of a rich Kenyan heritage in athletics, owing to the many years of prowess and successes in the sport by our runners since the beginning. Kenya has become synonymous with athletics over the years and continues to do so in major international competitions. I'm sure all of you know the history of athletics in Kenya. I don't want to go into all that, but we must remember also those who made a very good name from the beginning since we started in 1950. We are now 73 years old in athletics Kenya. And so it's important that you get to understand the history and where we are coming from. And that is why I'm saying we want to thank the athletes who have given us this good name from those days when they went for the first outing in Madagascar for the Indian Ocean Games. And so the competition has become part of course, I said, part of the heritage of this country. And we want to thank those athletes who have given us that name. The Kipkeino Classic is an apt gift to Kenya, which is the cradle of athletics, particularly when it comes to road races and others, and recently sprints and also field events. So we used to be known very well about long distance races, long and middle, but now in the recent past we are actually known also in sprints and field events. I'm saying field events because I'm sure you all know Julius Yego, and not only him. I came last night from Zambia for the African Under-18 and Under-20 championships. And one lady from here in Kenya won the javelin in Zambia, in Africa. The first young lady to win a field event that is in javelin. And there was another lady also in under-18 who did not even know how to handle a javelin. But after a few lessons, she actually brought us a bronze. So we are getting there. We are getting there for both sprints and now field events. So it's not just long and middle distance alone. As you can see, Mary Mora here is in the sprints because she runs 800 meters. Wiseman Were runs 400 meters, which is also sprints, and 400 meters hurdles. He was in the relay, and they have done extremely well. So congratulations, and we are right there. And so it's little wonder that we continue to attract elite athletes from around the world who not only see this competition as a build-up for the World Championships and the Diamond League, but also as a change or a chance for a pilgrimage to the land of the athletes' greats, such as the man himself, the man who carries the name Kipkeino. We are happy and we are still grateful to him because the moment we got the hosting rights for this particular event, we requested Kipkeino that we use his name because of what he has done for us, what he has done for the world, and what he has done for the sport. And he gladly accepted and said, we can use his name. So we are grateful to him that he accepted, and we continue using this name. It uplifts my soul to be in the same room with our partners such as ABSA, and thank you very much, Bwana Abdi, and Lotto was supposed to be here. They are also our sponsors, and we want to thank them with us and the organization and implementation of the Kipkeino Classic since the first edition in 2020. The first edition was in 2020, you are all aware, so this is going to be the fourth one. Thank you for buying into our vision to improve Kenyan athletics and sports tourism in the country as far as hosting this event is concerned. Our gratitude also goes to the sports cabinet secretary, the sports principal secretary, and everybody in the sports ministry for supporting this event, not only now, since we started. And I'm sure all of you understand exactly how Continental Tour came here, gold label, and it's because we requested World Athletics to allow us to host the first one, and they allowed us to do that, and we have been hosting since 2020. The one that has just begun in Gaborone in Botswana was born by this one. And we are very grateful that they have hosted the first one last week in Gaborone, and it was very, very successful. So we hope we can also inspire a few other African countries to come up with hosting, even if it's a bronze or a silver, so that they can graduate into gold. And so this is what we are selling, and this is what we are asking our brothers and sisters in the African continent. Because we want to give our athletes more chances, more opportunities to compete, so that they can not only qualify, but they can get more competitions and get the experience and confidence to actually go for major international games. And therefore, to all Kenyans, let me use this opportunity to extend a special invitation to you all to come to Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, next week on Saturday, May the 13th, and support all the favorite athletes that will be here. In the near future, a few minutes later, Kennedy Tanui will be reading the names of the athletes who will be here, the number of athletes and from which countries, and therefore you will be able to know who will be coming here. Of course, they will be arriving much earlier. I want to thank the local organizing committee headed by Barnaba Korir. Unfortunately, he's also engaged on something else, and everybody else in that committee for organizing this event. Let us organize it well. Those of you who are in the logistics, those of you who are in the technical and all the other departments, let us organize well, because this event has become a very, very important event in the world. When we started, a lot of people in the world were saying, oh, Nairobi is a high altitude, so you cannot have good performance. But when they realized that you can actually break records here in Nairobi, then it has been a very attractive event. So this time round, it is bigger. We have got more athletes because of what we have done here. And above all, it's because of your hospitality, the Kenyans. It's because of the organization that the local organizing committee has done in the past. And I'm sure even this time round, they are going to do it even better. So I call upon all of you to let us work together, let us work hard. We still have got only 7 days to go, and we would like to see that everybody arrives. Those who arrive well, then they are taken care of, the actual competition itself, until they go back home. And I'm sure they are going to talk about Kenya, they are going to talk about the event itself, and some might want to go for tourism, or to go and look at the animals and so forth and so on. So there's so much that we need to do. I hope we will continue with a peaceful environment within this area, so that we welcome our athletes to come and compete and enjoy themselves. And of course, they will also be meeting athletes from other parts of the world. Not only here, they will be meeting in other areas and so on. As we go to the next stage, we have also applied to upgrade this event, because we have done this, we are going to do the fourth one. And we would like to upgrade this event to a continent, to a Diamond League. We have applied to World Athletics, And I think things are not terribly bad. It's being considered. There is only one Diamond League in Africa at the moment, in Rabat, in Morocco. And the others are in the world, the other 13, because there are only 14 events of Diamond League. So we would like to see that we get this one upgraded to Diamond League, and I think it is being considered. We hope next time when we meet, we'll be talking about Diamond League. Thank you very much. I wish you all the very best of luck. Have a nice day. Let us have a nice week. Let us have a nice event. Let us welcome our visitors. And once again, I ask all the Kenyans to come and fill the stadium so that we can welcome the event, the visitors. And we watch our athletes running at home. They are here. So thank you very much, and I wish you a nice week. Thank you.
Asante sana, General. A round of applause, please. So whenever I see General around, I expect to see Mr. Barnabas Korir sitting right next to him. But he's extended his apologies. He had other engagements to take care of. But in his place, Mr. Tanui from Athletics Kenya will make the remarks on behalf of Barnabas Korir. Please, Mr. Tanui.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Barnabas Korir, who is the race director, I want to welcome you all to Kipkeino Classic. Thanks, ABSA. Thank you, General, for making it possible. And on behalf of the organizing committee, led by Barnabas Korir, the race director, first of all, I want to confirm that the event will take place on 13th of May at Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. And everybody is welcome. It's one of the most thrilling events that will take place in Kenya, the most thrilling event to happen in Africa, and the most spectacular in terms of the value and the content that World Athletics will bank on for the future of Africa in event organizations. I want to believe that this year we'll have an entire day with very exciting competitions. We are starting the event at 10 a.m. and we will start with Kenyan, what we call Kenyan events for us Kenyans. They are called national events in this kind of organization. We'll have about 5 national events that will begin at 10 and culminate on what we call co-events later on in the afternoon, where we expect very exciting moments, international caliber of championships that will happen in the afternoon. This year also, we have confirmed several top athletes who will compete on this championship. And when you talk of international top athletes, we talk of Olympic champions, we talk of world champions, we talk of Diamond League winners. They will be here. To sample just a few of them who have confirmed, Shelley Ann Fraser-Price will be here, confirmed, for 100 meters. Shakari Richardson will be here also. You know, most of us know Shelley Ann Fraser-Price, the most decorated 100-meter runner in the world, having won Olympic gold medals, world champion. She has been a Diamond League winner, not once, not twice, several times. She is here to light the stadium. We have Shakari Richardson, the 6th fastest woman in the world currently, and the 4th fastest woman in America. She will be here to compete also. We have in field events Yaroslava Mahunchik from Ukraine, the 2020 Olympic bronze medalist, the recent World Championship, she's the silver winner, and she's the world indoor champion in the whole world in high jump. She will be here to compete. Aaron Brown from Canada also will be here, just among very many names that are coming here. We have 204 international athletes coming from all over the world, coming to compete here, top-notch athletes in the world. We have also confirmed that 68 athletes from Kenya will compete in national events. And when we talk of national events that are competed in by Kenyans, we are giving our Kenyans a chance to qualify for most of the events that are coming this year, World Championships in Budapest, and probably Olympics in Paris next year. And we want to confirm the likes of Beatrice Chepkoech. They're here, a world record holder in 3,000 meters steeplechase. Our own sensation and latest of all, Ferdinand Omanyala, confirmed that he is here to break records. We don't want to anticipate, but right now, Ferdinand Omanyala has a world lead in 100 meters. He's lighting the stadium, probably to entertain our Kenyans and see the finest here of our own. We have others, Mary seated here, just fresh from breaking a national record in 400 meters, and will be doing a specialty in 800 meters, and taking us far. Coming here also with us is Weissman Were with us, and we thank you very much. Having done a lot of exploit in South Africa this year, and I think Were, this is your year in 400 meters hurdles. We want to see another gold medal from him, just to emulate our late Nicholas, brother Nicholas, in the same. We have Abel seated here. I think he can stand up to be recognized. Abel Kipsang, a very, very good 1,500 meters, the finest currently in Kenya. And to surprise you, Abel is a one-day Olympic record holder. One day. He won in semis. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Yes. Welcome, sir. We are having a brief of it, and Barnabas Koriri is here. Kindly, sir. After this is your speech. Yes, I'm not doing it. It is you doing it. Thank you, sir. He's the meet director, and on top of very many accolades that he has. Welcome, sir. Finally, I want to confirm that besides the great show that we are putting as Kenya in terms of athletics, for the fans, they'll have to savor the best of entertainment. And Calligraph Jones will be here to entertain the public. Also Major will be here, among other entertainers that will come. And you will have a very great family day too. We are also expecting very special guests. Kipkeino himself will grace the occasion, of which the name, the brand is his. We are expecting a very renowned legendary athlete from United States of America, that is Tommy Smith and John Carlos, the two 1968 Olympics heroes who, remember at the finish, they raised their fists in the fight against racism and discrimination. They are the pioneers who fought against racism in athletics. They will be here in persons. very great old men. They will be here. So in conclusion, we want to say that the stadium is free, entrance is free of charge to the stadium. Everybody is welcome, no fee. Thanks to the able government led by our PS here. He has waived every cent that any Kenyan will pay, and every Kenyan is welcome to watch. We want to say also we are planning a very amazing excursion for international athletes. They will visit, the Lions will not visit them, they will visit the Lions. And I want to make them welcome to Kenya, the pride of Africa, and we will be ready to host them. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Asante sana, Mr. Tanui, for speaking on behalf of Barnabas Korir. Asante sana. Welcome, Bwana PS, karibu sana, to the official launch of the 2023 ABSA Kipkeino Classic. Karibu sana. We have our athletes here. Mary Mora is here. Wise Manuera is here. Very briefly, if you could just come say hi. It's not every day you sit in the same room with a Commonwealth champion. So I think whatever, just sit, you can just pick the mic in front of you and just say hi. Mora and Wiseman, kindly.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a great morning. I'm happy to be in front of you all. Indeed, it's a great day coming together here and making another good time for preparation of the Kipkeino Classic. We thank each and every person, everyone involved for making this a great thing that is coming again to happen once again. And I hope it's going to be great once again. Thank you.
Fantastic. Asante sana, Wiseman, Mary Mora. That was a brilliant finish in Botswana, last 50 meters. Congratulations. Say hi.
Good morning, all. Okay, I'm happy to sit in front of you. My name is Mora. I learn 400 meters, 800 meters. But my favorite event is 800 meters. So we are here to learn our Kipkeino class event. We are happy to host.
Can we have Mora get another mic kindly? That would be nice. Thank you very much, Wiseman. You're a gentleman, eh?
We are happy to host the Kipkeino class event for the fourth time. So we welcome you all. Come to Kasarani Stadium, watch us, and we will see what we will go on.
All right, thank you very much. A round of applause again, please. Now, at this point, it's my absolute privilege to welcome the CEO ABSA, Mr. Abdi Mohammed. Karibu sana to make your remarks.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable PS, Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs, President of Athletics Kenya, our distinguished athletes who are here with us today, members of the media, my colleagues from ABSA. Good morning, everybody. Hamjambo. A story. When Eliud Kipchoge was challenged, a couple of
You can use this.
Okay, thank you. When Eliud did the sub 2-hour challenge a few years ago, I was living in Tanzania then, and our ambassador at the time did, a watch event where we went to watch it on TV together. Not just Kenyans, but many, many other nationalities, Tanzanians, and we all felt so proud as Africans. to see this sports personality take on the challenge of a lifetime. And we felt very proud. And you know, as ABSA, the reason why we get involved in sport in the way that we do is because sports is empowering and sports is inspiring. It inspires people, it unites people, and it drives action. And that is why, as ABSA, we are really very proud to be associated with Athletics Kenya and to be associated with this event. Honorable PS, I'm excited to join you this morning, and President of Athletics Kenya, as we announce our sponsorship of this year's edition of ABSA Kipkeino Classic Tour, which is happening on May the 13th of 2023 in Kasarani Stadium. And we'd like to thank you both for the opportunity to partner and also for your leadership of the sports sector, which has made Kenya proud and continues to get better every year. For us, we see this as yet another exciting opportunity to partner with Athletics Kenya and with them to bring to life this world-class showcase. The ABSA Kipkeino Classic has been firmly established as one of the most anticipated athletics events, not only in Kenya, but also globally. And I'm sure, as we've done the last 3 cycles, you have seen the event get better and better and better as we move along. And when you look, you know, critically at the Kipkeino Classic, it's not just a one-day event. It is a testament to effort, to teamwork, to collaboration. I think General, when he spoke earlier, was saying that we were saying it's next year, then we were saying it's in the next 2 months, and now it's here. And the logistical planning and work that is involved to get everybody to this point is a true testament of teamwork and working together. We have seen some of our athletes, and they have spoken to us here. Other examples are there as well. Participate and drive this inspiration as we move forward. And for us, our partnership is not just limited to this event, but we've done quite a number of other events, including the Sirikwa Classic, which is a gold-level cross-country event that happened earlier this year. Honorable CS, when we see the actions of people like Kipchoge, Omanyala taking up the 100-meter challenge and inspiring the world, we as ABSA, like everybody else, get inspired, get encouraged by what we see. We look at them training hard amidst many challenges and take on the world in many of those events out there internationally, the city marathons in places like Boston, London, and other places, and become world beaters and make Kenya proud. At ABSA, we call this Africanacity. Africanacity is that African spirit that allows us to always find unique ways of getting things done, regardless of the challenges. And therefore, as a truly African brand, we identify with this passion, and that is why we have been very, very actively involved in this space over the years. Distinguished guests, the ABSA Kipkeino Classic Tour provides us with yet another opportunity to show the world what Kenya is made of. It provides us with a platform for development of the next generation of Kenyan athletes. And you know, talent is one thing, but talent requires management. And we are really proud of what Athletics Kenya and all the partners in the ecosystem do to ensure that the talent we have in Kenya, comes to the top. It is some of these factors that continue to inspire ABSA to work with Athletics Kenya and to work with the government of Kenya to successfully host these events. This is our third year of a 4-year partnership. And we want to continue to work with you to make Kenya the home of champions. This year, as mentioned earlier, we look forward to the return of some of the international mega stars that have been mentioned, people like Shelley Ann Fraser, Price, and the others who will join our very own, athletes to make the event a success. You may recall that earlier this year, the country hosted yet another very important international sporting event called the Magical Kenya Open Golf Tournament, which again is an important event that showcases our country to the world. And once again, as ABSA, we are very, very proud to be associated with that event as well. And Honorable PS, we were very proud and very grateful for the support that we received from the ministry. We had the presence of our Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, who joined us at the event as well. As a long-standing partner of the Ministry of Sports and Athletics Kenya, we look forward to collaborating this year to make the Kipkeino Classic event even more successful, bigger, and better. Therefore, and in keeping with the tour's growing stature and our commitment as ABSA to the development of athletics in this country, we are pleased and very proud to announce our sponsorship this year, which is a total amount of Kenya shillings 60 million. Milioni sitini. Of this amount, of this commitment, 50 million will be a direct investment as the title sponsors of the 2023 edition of the ABSA Kipkeino Classic Tour. And of course, that includes cash payments directly to the tour, as well as logistical and other investments that we will make. And the remaining 10 or 11 million will be used to sponsor a number of other smaller surrounding events. For example, the Under-18 and the Under-20 African Championship Trials, the National World Athletics Bronze Cross Country in Sirikwa, which already happened, as I mentioned, and other events that help us bring that talent right from the grassroots and ensure that the national events become successful. This is our largest investment so far in the tournament. Last year, our investment was 23 million. And when I look at the 3 years so far that we have partnered with the tour, we have spent a total of 100 million Kenya shillings. As I come to the end, PS, once again, I would like to thank you and thank the Ministry and Athletics Kenya for the continued partnership. I would also like to commit to you that we'll continue to partner with yourselves to make this event a continued success as we continue with this journey, and to wish our athletes well. We are very, very proud of everything that you do for our country. You build the brand of this country more than anybody else, and we pray for you, and we hope that you get the medals in this event, and I'm sure that you will represent us very well, and we'll continue praying for you. With those few remarks, I would like to say thank you once again to everybody, and echo what has been said by inviting as many Kenyans as possible to come and support our athletes to Jaze Kasarani. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bwana CEO. And a round of applause for ABSA, the title sponsors, for their commitment to this event over the years. At this stage, it's my absolute privilege. Bwana PS, we've been waiting for you, and I think this is the time where you make your remarks. Welcome. Thank you.
Our sponsors, ABSA, Athletics Kenya, led here by Barnaba Korir, athletes, members of the sports fraternity present, the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo. Good morning. I'm very happy to be here this morning for this announcement of the sponsorship of ABSA to this Kipkeino Classic Continental Tour Athletics event. This is indeed one of the events in our sports calendar that we all look forward to because of the many benefits that it brings to our country. I'll start with a quote from Nelson Mandela, who said that sports has the power to change the world. Sports has the power to inspire. Sports has the power to bring communities together. And sports speaks to the young people in a language that they understand. This event is going to do exactly that. Inspire our young people, bring communities together, and help us really just change the world. It is one of those events in our calendar that we look forward to because it brings people from around the world into Kenya to showcase our sporting prowess, to stamp our authority in the global community of nations as a sporting giant, and indeed to help grow our talent, the talent of our young sportsmen and women. We want to thank ABSA and other partners who've come together to enable this event to take place. Indeed, we're encouraging the private sector to come together collectively and individually to help us promote and support sporting events of this kind. We did work with ABSA earlier, as the CEO has said, in the magical Kenya Open golf tournament that happened in early March this year. And now we are partnering together in May to pull together this athletics event. So ABSA, asanteni sana, we appreciate your support and we appreciate all you're doing for us. A message to the private sector through the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, KEPSA, is that this government is taking sports very seriously. It's taking sports as an economic enabler. Indeed, we have been identified by His Excellency the President as one of those value chain ministries that fit into the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, which is the foundation of this fifth administration. To ensure that we revive our economy, we transform our economy from the bottom up, and most importantly, we put money into the pockets of our citizens. In our Ministry and State Department of Sports, we are doing exactly that. We're going around the country, identifying talent, developing that talent through our Kenya Academy of Sports, and finally, commercializing or monetizing that talent so that we can do two things. Number one, finally have the young people of our country use their talents as their livelihoods, make jobs out of their talents and get paid for them, make careers out of their talents, just like any other career such as medicine, law, engineering, teaching, and so on. We have a mandate now to ensure that sports and the arts become a center of this economy become a major driver of our GDP. And with that, we have to go right back to the grassroots and employ the bottom-up approach to ensure that we get people from every corner of this country and enable them to exploit their talents to a point where they can make money. Number two, we want to also export our talent. So we will be packaging sports and our arts, the creative economy, just the way we package tea, coffee, flowers, so that we can develop talents to a point where our sportsmen and women can go and get sporting jobs out of this country, so that we can bring back wealth to this land of ours, and again, we can uplift our economy. So thank you very much, ABSA, for playing your part in this. We know that you support many, many other government projects, not just sports projects, and we really thank you on behalf of the government of Kenya for doing that for us. To our athletes, this is an event that will bring together elite athletes from all over the world. It's also an event that can inspire our young athletes to come and see the opportunities, to come and see how they can explore their potential, to come and see what they can be if they put their talent to use. Kasarani will be open. We invite people from all walks of life just to come and see the opportunity that exists within this mega industry or mega sector called sports. The Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports, through the State Department of Sports, is a major financier of this event. We will be putting in a colossal amount of money to ensure that this event is a success and that it achieves its desired outcome of developing and monetizing talent in our country. However, we would like the private sector to come in more and more and take that burden of government of sponsoring events like this. Because indeed, while the country gains national pride from these major commercial events, because they are commercial, the private sector gets a lot of business opportunities, a lot of opportunities to drive up their profit and increase their market shares. Because Bwana CEO, the talent that you'll be inspiring, the talent that you will be developing in this event, which I understand because we'll be providing a lot of the prize money. The winners will get quite a substantial amount of money from this event. Those winners are going to be your customers. They'll be banking with you. They'll be consuming goods and products of other private sector commercial entities. And so we invite really the private sector to come and take this huge burden off us, and like in other countries, fully sponsor events like this for commercial gain, which then leaves the government to spend its resources in building infrastructure. We want to go around and build community fields for our people to play in. We want to go around and build stadia, regional stadia, international stadia that will attract even bigger events. And that's where we want to prioritize a lot of our money. That in line with also sports tourism, which will be a big foreign exchange earner for our country. So this is our challenge from government. We do understand private sector needs incentives. We are operationalizing and coming up with a framework to ensure that the private sector can benefit from tax rebates and tax benefits from the amount of money they spend in supporting sporting events like this. I don't wish to say more than that. I just want to say that, to conclude by saying I'm very, very proud of our athletes that have been putting us on the map. Just know that the government cares and will continue to enable you. I'd like to single out our new 100-meter superstar, Ferdinand Omanyala, who I know will be participating in this event. We wish him the best, alongside several of our other athletes who will be competing in various races in this event. Put Kenya on the map, continue to fly our flag high. We are proud of you. We'll continue supporting you, and we'll do whatever it takes to make sure that we monetize your talent so that you can get endorsements and you can go out and run commercial races and win prize money that will then come back in and help build our economy and plug in to our country's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Asanteni sana, God bless you all, and looking forward to this event on the 13th of May. Thank you very much.
Asante sana, Bwana PS. So PS's speech marks the end of our first segment. We had two segments where the speakers were supposed to make their remarks, after which we'll have a question and answer session. The audience is welcome to ask questions as well. We have assistants on both sides. You should be able to pass the microphones to you. But I'd like to be the first to ask the question now that I'm standing here. Bwana PS, you've talked about infrastructure. I've seen you at Wanguru the other day, just following up on the progress of the stadium. Not all stadia around the country are doing well. Most of them, some sections of the media have indicated that the stadiums are not in very good condition. You've been there, you've been at Wanguru, you've been in central Kenya pretty much the whole of this week. What have you noted is the problem, and how are we going to address this? Bwana CS, PS.
Thank you.
It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me. Thank you, MC, for that question. Indeed, I was around the Mount Kenya region, inspecting and seeing the status of completion of our stadia around the country. Infrastructure has been a thorn in the flesh for our sports industry, and simply because it has not been prioritized. When I say it has not been prioritized, is since almost 11 or 12 years ago, we have embarked on building over 10 stadia. And sadly, none of them are complete and available to the public for use. This new administration has identified sports as a potential major driver of our economy. And His Excellency, the President, has given very clear instructions that the hardware of our sports industry is infrastructure. And with that, we are now prioritizing infrastructure development in our country. We've come up with a master plan in which we are going to build 3 types of infrastructure in terms of stadia or sporting facilities, international sporting facilities like Kasarani, Nyayo, and others that we will build, regional sporting facilities like the ones I was inspecting in the various counties these last 2 days, and community facilities that will be at the constituency level. So that master plan is now going to guide how we build infrastructure in this country in an organized manner, in a deliberate manner, in a fit-for-use manner, so that we are not just building infrastructure for the sake of building infrastructure, but we are building infrastructure that is going to help develop this industry in our country. Indeed, we have seen that a lot of work has gone into the stadia. While they are not complete, they are near complete. But because they had not been prioritized, nobody was ensuring that we cross that finish line. That has changed. So before the end of this year, you will see us open more than half of the stadia that is under construction. Our finger is on the pulse. We are following the program of works very closely. I personally, as the PS, put a keen interest on it because the government has invested the funds, and surely these facilities must be handed over to the public, to the communities for which they are intended to serve, so that we can identify, develop, and monetize sports in this country.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bwana Pierce. I think that's comprehensive. At this point, we are running a little bit out of time, so I'll have the audience ask the questions. So in case you have a question, just shoot your hand, and a mic will be able to be provided for you. Mr. Elias Makori, if we could get a microphone to this end, please. As the microphone heads there, it's important at this juncture to mention that Safaricom have also come on board to be able to facilitate this event. So a round of applause for Safaricom as well. All right, Mr. Makori.
Shukran. Kwa ajili ya mashabiki wetu mashinani kula wa NTV, nitauliza kwa Kiswahili na nitauliza wanariadha nikianzia na Mary Mora. Hivi juzi tumeona umekimbia 400 na wewe unajulikana kama mtu wa 800. Labda mpango wako wa mwaka huu na mwaka ujao tukielekea Olimpiki utajaribu pia 400 sana kwa Were, 400 flat na 400 kuruka viunzi. Je, kuna uwezekano utafanya hiyo double? Na pia tuna Kipsang amejificha hapa. Alishinda 800 juzi. Sijui kama pia anaingia 800 afanye zote 800 na 1500. Labda mtueleze.
Ningependa kusema kulingana na ile mazoezi nimekuwa nikifanya na venye nilikuwa tumeelewana na coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Nilienda kutest speed yangu kwa sasa imefikia wapi. Since last season, the last race yenye nilikimbia 800 ilikuwa Zurich, Diamond B, nilikimbia 800. From that time sijakimbia under 2 minutes, but nilienda kujaribu speed nione imefika wapi. At least nikikuja kwa 800 nitapiga hesabu yangu kwenye nitakimbia.
Is that comprehensive enough, Mr. Makori? All right, Wise Manuere.
Ningependa urejelee swali lako.
Just use the mic, Wiseman. Is it okay? Our sound engineers, please. Fantastic.
Asante. Kwangu mimi kwanza kabisa nasema mita 400 ipo sawa kwa sababu pia inatumika kama kubuild up ile speed na kurejea kule katika viunzi inafanya unapata kuwa na ule race sharpness. Manake ukipata ile combination ya kuwa umekimbia mita 400 una muda bora pale, ukija kwa viunzi nadhani muda utakuwa bora zaidi, na I think kwa kujibu swali lako, for me it's okay with a double.
Fantastic. Any other question, please? Oh, Abel Kipsang.
Kwa mimi nilikuwa na test speed yenye nimefanya na coach. Mbi yangu ni 1500 lakini nilikuwa na test speed ya kwa 800 kwa kuwa nimekimbia 800 kabla niende 15. Niko na 2 years tangu nikimbia 800, sasa ndio nilikuwa na test tu.
All right, fantastic. A question from Ayumba Ayodi from the Nation Media Group.
Ayumba Ayodi from Nation. Mora, this one goes to Mora. Last year, you lost to the South African. So what is in store for her now that she's coming? And then to ABSA, that is a good support for the Kipkeino Classic. and especially this year. With the 23 million, you are able to promise our local stars, anyone winning 50,000. So this year, we're expecting you to double to 100 KV, 250, a million will also do. Thank you.
All right, so we'll take Mary Mora first and then have Mr. Abdi Mohammed respond after.
Okay, kwangu nesa sema, I think last year tukikimbia, si kwa na hiyo kufikiria kumbe kuna mtu nyuma yangu. But nilistukia tu ametoka na ameenda. But this time naenda kufanya revenge.
Thank you for the question on ABSA. I think, as you said, this is a commitment for us. We continue to work with Athletics Kenya, not just this year, but even next year as well. And we'll keep building it up. And as you saw, the total sponsorship cost, all inclusive, has gone up almost 3 times. With regards to the individual, we'll definitely look at it. And the idea is for us to ensure that we are inspiring our athletes to win. That is a big part of what we are trying to do here. So that's definitely a detail that we'll go back to and have a look at as well. Kendi, do you want to add something? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bwana Abdi. Asante sana. So at this juncture, if I'm not looking any other questions out, by show of hands, Ayumba is still up for a question. Shoot out.
Maybe the meet director can tell us how much is the prize money for the championships. Who is winning what? It's always good. Maybe is there an increase? Thank you.
Thank you, Bwana Ayumba. I take this opportunity to thank our peers here.
Should be okay.
The MD for ABSA for the support they have given us. We don't take that for granted. And this event have grown. This is the 4th year having here, and it's really a major event. I think most Kenyans may not understand how big it is. This is a very big event, and it was built by Athletics Kenya in support by the Kenyan government. Of course, the prize money that is going to be there is sanctioned by World Athletics, and to bring on board Shelly and Fraser and Shagari requires the costing is a arm and a leg so that you can have them here. So I think we have already published the prize money, but of course we cannot disclose the amount of money given for those invited athletes, including our own Ferdinand Manyala. Because of the performance they have already done. Some of them are Olympic champions, world champions. So for them to be here in Kenya, of course, then we have to give them a substantial amount of money so that we can bring on board. So I want to assure you, we have 3 different categories of events. The core event, we have the discretionary and the national. The national, as the ABSA said, is basically to develop the talent. This is a major international event, and to bring the young people to compete during the major championship requires also to give them some amount so that they can also be encouraged. So for that, we give some substantial amount for the development of the youth, and now the national events and also the discretionary. The core events belongs to the World Athletics, and we cannot change what they have given. So when Ayumba, if you check the prize money in the Facebook, you will find the amount of money that is going to be there and organized, and the organization manual. But we have also in the World Athletics manual that indicates the amount of money that has to be given to athletes. Otherwise, it's going to be a big event. Finally, I would like to encourage everybody to show up. I want to assure the PS that we want to make sure that this stadium is completely full so that Kenyans may see their champions competing against the top of the world. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Bwana Barnabas Korir. I assume there are no any other one more right here. So right at the back. Thank you very much. Right there. Just shoot your hand. Right there. After that, we'll be presenting the check officially here, so make sure your question is quick, tafadhali.
Nina swali kwa katibu mkuu wa michezo. Kuna ili swali kuhusu talanta hela. Ningependa kujua mmefikia wapi na vile vile mtahakikisha vipi kwa mmevutia wahisani kama vile ABSA katika mradi huo wenu. Swali la pili linahusiana ili swala la Harambee Stars kufuzu kombe la Afrika mwaka 2027. Je, mtahakikisha vipi kwamba ni kweli Harambee Stars itafuzu kombe la Afrika mwaka 2027? Manake hivi sasa mikakati inaonekana kwamba ni ngumu kidogo kwa Harambee Stars. Asante.
So, because of time, Bwana PS, you can respond to Talanta Hela. Now that we're here because of athletics, a little bit Harambee Stars is a little bit out of the picture. So please bear with us, kindly.
Asante sana kwa hiyo swali juu ya Talanta Hela. Hiyo ni mradi kubwa sana katika wizara yetu ya sports. Wiki ijayo tutakuwa na launch ya logo ya Talanta Hela. Alafu ile wiki ingine tunangojea kuzindua rasmi tutazindua hiyo wiki ingine. Tunangojea rais wetu alisema anataka kutusaidia kuzindua rasmi hii mradi wa Talanta Hela, na tutazindua kama huu mwezi haujaisha. Ni mradi kubwa sana ndani ya wizara yetu kwa sababu tunaenda mashinani kwa grassroots kutafuta talanta. Kisha kuinua talanta na kuhakikisha kuna pesa mfukoni. Tunafanya kazi na counties, tunafanya kazi na wanaspoti wote ambao wako na leagues mbalimbali za mpira, za basketball, za volleyball, za hockey, za rugby. Ndio watu wakiwa na leagues mashinani, tunatuma scouts zetu kutoka Kenya Academy of Sports na macoaches waingie mashinani watafute talanta. Kisha kila mwezi wa 4 na mwezi wa 8 na mwezi wa 12 kama shule zimefungwa, tutakuwa na ile kitu tunaita National Talent Camp katika akademi zetu hapa Kasarani, na tutaweka akademi ingine tukizindua hii stadium yetu ya Jamhuri Sports Ground Ngong Road. Na wale watu wote ambao tumepata kutoka mashinani tukienda huko kutafuta matalents, ndio watakuja hiyo National Talent Camp, tuhakikishe tumeinua talanta zao. Pia tunafanya kazi na mashule. So Talanta Hela saa hii imekuwa na partnership na Wizara ya Elimu. Hii weekend iliyopita tulipatia Wizara ya Elimu sponsorship ya the National Secondary School Games ilikuwa Eldoret, na National Drama Festival ilikuwa Mombasa. Hizo zote ni wizara yetu ilisponsor, na tukatuma scouts kuenda kutafuta talanta kwa sababu tunajua talanta pia inapatikana ndani ya mashule, both for the sports and for the arts. So hiyo ndio mradi tuko nayo mkubwa sana ndani ya wizara yetu, na tunahakikisha tukianza kutafuta talanta kutoka huko mashinani, tukifika huko juu, tukitafuta wachezaji wa the national teams, team Kenya, tutakuwa tumefanya vizuri na tutapata timu nzuri sana inaweza enda Ulaya na huku national washinde hizi michezo. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana Bwana PS. Asante sana to all our speakers today. In the spirit of Pesa Mfukoni, at this juncture, I'd like us to officially unveil the check for the 2023 ABSA Kipkeino Classic. All right. I think we can just have the CEO sign it and then present it right at the bottom for a photo session. A round of applause, please. You know, once it's signed, it's official, eh? So I'd like Bwana CEO alongside the PS, Bwana Barnabas, if you could make your way as well to just showcase or rather hand over the check. We can do it right at the bottom. Fantastic. You want them right at the top? Okay, fantastic. And then we can also have the athletes come on board. Mary Mora, nyinyi ndo mashujaa wetu, pamoja na Weissman. Round of applause, please. Our colleagues behind the cameras, are you okay? Before we move to the next, all right. So we'll have the last photo op with these trophies right here. We can, let me hold this for you. All right, right here, just for the second photo op, you could just hold a piece each. All right, the cameras should be shuttering away as we speak. If you could move towards this side, Bwana Mohammed, kindly. Is that okay? Just to make sure we get the photos correct. Hiyo ndo picha ya gazeti. All right, asante sana. We are running out of time at this juncture. I'd like us, before we officially close this, to officially launch the video, commercial video for the ABSA Kipkeino Classic 2023. Let's take a look. Makofi tafadhali. I think with that video, we are officially up and running. The Kipkeino Classic is up on the 13th of May at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. The entrance is free, so Kenyans watching back home, make your way to the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, to just study and support our very own. Asante sana to ABSA, Bwana PS, asante sana Bwana Barnabas Korir na Bwana Tanui. We now have Susan to have the closing remarks, kindly. Madam Susan Kamau, CAO Athletics Kenya.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Mine is to make the official a closing remark, and I want to say before we leave, we are grateful to God. It's a vote of thanks that I'm giving now. We are grateful to God for giving us this day. It is a special gift to each one of us, and let us thank the Lord. We also want to say special thanks to our peers. Bwana Mweke, thank you very much that you made it to come today in person. Want to say thank you to Minister of Sports for the support that we've continued to receive. As Athletics Kenya, we say thank you. Asante sana. We've continued to experience support from your office, from Sports Fund. Every time the team goes out, You've not left us. We want to say thank you. You've stood with us. You've supported this Continental tour. Asante sana, Bwana PS. Special thanks to Bwana CEO and MD of ABSA. Asante sana, you've been with us for many years. You've stood with us. This is another time we are planning for this event for 2023. 60 million, asante sana. We as Athletics Kenya saying that without ABSA, surely we could not have walked this far. So we are grateful. We've seen a great team from ABSA here today. Thank you very much. Thank you. You stood with us last year and in the previous years. Thank you. Mr. Barnaba Korir, you are the director of the event. We've seen you work day and night to ensure that this event is a success. We want to say thank you to you. Thank you to the entire LOC for planning the previous events. And even as we plan this event, we want to encourage you, let's plan together. Our special athletes, we know that you have made the flag of this nation high. We've heard so many times the national anthem sung because of you. We want to say special thanks to you. We believe that many times we've not heard the national anthem sung. Many times it has been sung because of athletics. Athletes, we want to say special thanks to you. Were Mora Asante Sana. I want to say special thanks to each one of you for coming. We want to say if you did not come, this event could not have been successful. You chose to come, and we want to say thank you to each one of you. We want to ask you that as you leave, we have prepared a cup of tea for each one of us so that we can share. Asanteni sana. Thank you for coming. Let's see each other on the 13th. We trust God for a great day. So you are all welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam Susan brings this event to a close. If you're watching us from home, we are at the Safari Park for the official launch of the 2023 Kipkeino Classic, and we'll be right there at Kasarani. If you can't make it to Kasarani, of course, NTV will bring in you all the action up close and personal. For now, goodbye, stay safe, and enjoy the rest of your viewing.